Hello and welcome to summer school. So I'm Joanne Tippin, your nutrition instructor for this 7-week course, and I just want to familiarize you a little bit with the online format. So I want to take you through this. So this is the opening page that you're going to see when you first log on. If you've taken an online course before, my setup may be a little bit different, but you'll find this hopefully very user-friendly. So just to get you used to it, first things first, what I would recommend that you do, the email tool that we'll use for this class is over here. We call it Jmail. So go ahead and click on your Jmail and open it up. And I always recommend to students, because I do a lot of communication through Jmail, is to go into their Jmail account and click on this Preferences. I've already done it, but this will be automatically set to none. What I want you to do is set it so that you'll receive copies of the messages in your email. That way it'll come through to your home email. And click OK. And click back out of that. When you get the email notifications in your whatever email you have on My Shasta, it'll link it there. It'll just let you know that you have something in your Jmail. You can't respond to Jmail through your home email, but it lets you know to go into the course and look at that. Okay. Question I always get is the older edition of the Nutrition Concepts and Controversies going to work? And it won't, especially for this online course. You'll need the most current edition, the 13th edition. So you've got your just welcome to the class, walk you through what you're going to need to do. Make sure you open up the syllabus. There will actually be a quiz in the opening exercises on the syllabus, and read through the syllabus carefully. I've lined out most of the major activities in there. The dates are going to be listed here in the course itself. Organization of the material, and we'll just go ahead and open that up. So basically each chapter that you open up is going to have learning objectives. The lecture is a guided lecture, so there's fill in the blanks that you can go ahead and read the book, and it helps you just sort of learn the material as well as get ready for the quiz. There will be an assessment and a discussion. There may be a discussion or other activities for each chapter, just depending on what's going on. And because this is a summer course and we're going from 17 weeks down to 7, we'll be going through the material pretty quickly, so you'll need to make sure you set aside time for this class. So each week is going to be anywhere from 2 to 3 chapters of information. And what I'll do is open up the next week's chapters on Friday. One of those chapters will typically be due on the Thursday following that Friday they opened, and then the next one will be due a week later on that Monday. Always due by 11:55 p.m. I don't accept late assignments for any reason. Your lowest test score will be dropped, so that will be dropped out of there, but you need to get everything done on a timely manner. And for the big projects, I recommend getting it done early and getting it in, and if you have any questions as to whether or not I've received it, send me an email. Okay, so go back to the course here. So as you scroll down through here, you'll see at the top here, this is the big project, the diet project. Due dates, there's 2 parts. So part of it will be due here at the end of June, and then the second part will be due at the end of July. And I've gone ahead and opened up part 1 for you to go ahead and look at and start reading. The directions are pretty self-explanatory in terms of what you're going to be doing. The first part, you're really just looking at some of your eating habits and some of what has shaped your eating habits. I'll open up part 2 probably within the next week or so that you can start using the online data analysis program and get comfortable with it. Okay, so week 1, you can see there's 3 sections here. You'll only be covering 2 chapters. You're going to start here with getting started with this online course. If you've done online courses before, this will take you all of about 10-15 minutes probably. It just walks you through, one, got to look at the syllabus, and I want you to be familiar with what's in the syllabus. It talks about these discussion forums. I've got an example of what a well-done discussion post and reply might look like. Tips for being an online student, and then you're going to go ahead and click into the first discussion forum and do that. So that's all pretty self-explanatory. You'll be taking an assessment, so you see what it feels like to take an assessment. Shows you where you can find your grades, how to update your profile, and communicating with your instructor. And then the first assignment you're going to be looking at, if you have the book, it's helpful. If you don't have the book, I have a PowerPoint in terms of what these changing behaviors and doing a behavior change assessment for yourself is going to look like. So again, this is just the first assignment. Typically, I'll have in each section what's new in nutrition news. I belong to several listservs. I've got information coming across on a regular basis, and I like to throw that information out to you guys as students. I'm hoping you're taking this class because you have an interest in nutrition, so I'd like to keep you updated on what's new in nutrition news. I don't have anything in this section just yet. That's purely for your enjoyment. You do not have to read it unless I direct you to a specific article, so just to give you a little extra information. So again, part of week 1, we'll start into chapter 1 just to let you see what the layout looks like for the chapter. It'll let you know again here in the heading when it's open and when the due dates are. For this one, due date's going to be Monday, June 22nd, 11:55. The to-do list for this week, and then you'll wander down. So the learning objectives, just to let you know what you're going to be learning. The chapter 1, and let's go ahead and open this up. So you're going to be reading the text. I don't want to give you a lot of additional reading, but to help you kind of direct what you're learning in there, I've got some fill in the blanks. You do not need to turn this in. This is just to help you kind of direct your learning for that chapter, so you can wander through that. Oops, went all the way back. Okay. And then for your discussion this first week, you're going to fill out this Why Do You Eat What You Eat worksheet. And then you're going to use that information to do this discussion post. So you'll go in here and you will respond to the discussion post that gives you the information you need to do. So you'll need to make a post, and then you're going to reply to at least one other student. You won't be able to see the other students' posts until you have made your initial post. And it takes about 30 minutes after you have posted to be able to go back in and read everyone else's. So if you post it and you're expecting to see everyone's right away, you'll have to wait 30 minutes. So again, along those lines, don't wait until the last minute. So if you're posting at Monday night at 11:50, you're not going to be able to complete the assignment and reply to another student's post. So get it done early. So that's going to be chapter 1, and each of the chapters are going to follow along with this. I won't walk you through each of them, but just to kind of give you an idea of what the chapters are going to look like and how you're going to kind of go through them. So basically, you've got your discussion post, you've got your assessment that's due, and these will be the 2 graded assignments for this chapter. And then you'll move on to the next chapter, which will be still part of week 1, but chapter 2. And again, you're going to find here you've got a little mini assessment based on reading the food guides. You've got your chapter 2 assessment, and then you've also got a discussion post. Okay, so let's go back to the home page here for a second. So you've got your JMail, your grades. You can click on the grades, and this is what it will look like. The only things that are going to show up are assignments that have been that are due and or you have already completed. So all of the assignments are not necessarily showing up in this window, but it will let you know how you're doing. If you see a hash mark, that means I haven't graded it yet. Ultimately, you'll see your actual grade in here to see. And I'll usually send out an email letting you know grading is complete for chapter 1, grading is complete for chapter 2, and have you take a look. Please review your grades. I want you to review your grades throughout the semester, because if there's any issues, we need to take care of them as early as possible. Another place to find the assignments is you can go over here and click on what are the assignments due right now, and this is showing you this is what's due in terms of assignments. That doesn't include the assessments, so you can look under assignments. The forums are going to be listed under a separate area, and this is listing the forums that are open that you need to get in and do. It will show you whether or not you have completed them. And then also you can click over here and see what the quizzes are. So that just kind of walks you through what it looks like if you've never taken an online class. That's where you're going to go, is you're just going to start and you just walk through. Another tool in here is as you complete each of these, you'll notice up here you'll get a check mark once you've completed and or viewed what needs to be done. So if you've looked at your discussion but you actually haven't posted anything, you won't have a check mark. You'll have to go through and actually make a post and reply to another student to be able to get your check mark. So it's just another way to sort of keep accounting of what you've done and what you've completed. And we'll just start there. If you have any questions, you can email me at my email. My preference is that you use the JMail because it allows me, I think I have 3 sections this summer, so it helps me kind of figure out which section that you're in. I do have my office number here, but I'm out of office for the summer, so I won't actually be on Shasta College. If you really need to see me face to face, we can set up a meeting and I can meet you on campus. So good luck and have fun. Let me know if you have any questions.